In the doctors this morning, we're talking about a topic that's been in the news quite a bit. It's norovirus. We know it hit 2 cruise ships recently. It's talking about how easily this can spread.
Well, you know, norovirus is like a lot of viruses. It's very contagious, very easy to spread from person to person, and can survive for a little while out in the environment on hard surfaces and things like that. We actually have, in the past, some people have called norovirus the cruise ship virus, because in many ways a cruise ship is sort of the ideal place for it to spread. You have a fairly finite amount of space that people can go, and if you get just a few folks that are sick, then that can easily spread to other people. The good news is it's not usually something that's life-threatening. It's a typical stomach bug that you might think about, causes vomiting and diarrhea, which certainly isn't pleasant, and especially not after you spent money to go on a cruise, but is something that people recover from. Like most viruses, one of the complications that we worry about most is just dehydration, especially in young kids or in the elderly. And so we want to make sure that people are able to keep fluids down, not just in cruise ships, but any place that norovirus hits. If there's a group of folks that are in close contact with each other, it can spread from person to person.
So this could hit works or school or planes?
It can. Again, usually the more contained the group is, the more likely it is to spread from person to person. So you think about sometimes in prisons or other places that the people have to stay there. You think about nursing homes where people may not be very mobile and not able to get out and move around quite as easily, or go to the mall or things like that. But it's not something that we typically see spread very easily through an entire community. It's usually a localized outbreak.
And best ways to protect yourself, the same?
It's the usual, so lots of good hand washing. If you're sick, you don't need to be preparing food. Certainly if you have diarrhea and you work in the health food industry, you don't need to be going to work if you're sick.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Bell.
You bet.